Ooh, that's a lot of ads. Boys, men, I'll help you master Yubiwaza, the secret, amazingly easy art of self-defense. I weigh only 98 pounds, yet I can paralyze a 200-pound attacker with just a finger, because I know Yubiwaza. Never heard of it. Hey, Yubiwaza! Yubiwaza! Yubiwaza. Hey look, an ad for Yubiwaza! Now, right on the inside cover, you can see another ad for Yubiwaza, which is something I've been having a lot of fun with all year every time I come across it in a comic. And I started looking many months ago to see if I could actually track down one of these send-away books for the Oriental system of Yubiwaza. And on eBay, there have been sitting there several newer paperback reprints of this original system, all at around $150 a piece. I am not spending $150 for a modern paperback reprint of some old garbage. That is until exactly 7 days ago, when an original Yubiwaza pamphlet from 1964, I believe, popped up on eBay for $50. But that was the opening bid. But it also said, make an offer. I waited about a day. It had about 100 people watching the auction, and I offered $75 and went to work. By the time I got home, he had counter-offered me $150 and raised the starting bid from $50 to $150. I immediately declined the offer. The auction sat there for the rest of the 7 days. All of the views died out quickly, and by the last day, it had no more views other than me watching to see it end miserably. And when it did, it was just auto-relisted again for another week for another $150. We'll see what happens over the course of the next week. Well, for the ongoing saga of the Yubiwaza pamphlet, it was relisted again at $135 for several weeks and then dropped down to $115 for several weeks and then down to $85 for several weeks. Of course, nobody was buying it for any of that. And I thought maybe if he drops it again to $75, I will get it because that was my original offer. But, I don't know. This guy kind of irritates me. $75 is a lot to spend for a 14-page pamphlet just because I was having fun with an ad. I don't know. I mean, I do collect old martial arts pamphlets and rarities and things like that. I probably would have bought it, but when it didn't sell for like the third week in a row at $85, he removed it from eBay and has not relisted it, and it's been about a week. It might be gone, and I'm not all that heartbroken. After a few weeks of it not being relisted for sale, I broke down and reached out to the guy to see if he'd still sell that vintage 1964 Yubiwaza pamphlet. He said, I'll get back to you tomorrow. After a week of not hearing back from him, I reached out again. He said, I'll let you know by tonight. After another week of not hearing from him again, I reached out again. He said, how do you want to do this? Venmo? eBay? What? I said eBay, so I could get a tracking number and have, some recourse if it never arrives, because this is getting fishy now. Well, $75 later, plus tax and shipping, it was on its way. On its way from the same town I live in. That's right, the guy selling it has been right here in town this whole time. Yubiwaza! Well, let's take a look inside at my ridiculous purchase. The Secret of Yubiwaza. You may remember from your science course at school that your body is made up of a group of muscles activated by nerves. Touch your finger lightly with another finger. You can feel that touch instantaneously because you touched a nerve. And as you know, your nerves are messengers of pain. Okay. She's touching all his body parts, even his kidneys. First step, look your best. Well, look, when you cut it out, it's at an angle here. Just this one corner is all messed up. Look at that. That sucks. A Dalek. No, that's a cheese grater. Damn it, Bobby. That boy ain't right. How many pages are in here? So the cover is page 1, and it ends with page 30, but then they still have more pages. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Did I count that right? I don't know. It's just a bunch of ads at the end. And we finish with a YU. I think that's short for Yubiwaza. Until next time.